What's going on, guys, and welcome to the T Shamley channel. My name is Dave, and today we're going to talk about the 7 dating red flags that you need to watch out for. Most guys just rush into the relationship with the first girl that shows interest in them. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be intentional about the girls that you date and the girls that you hang out with for months at a time. And a big part of being intentional about the people that you hang out with is being aware of potential red flags. Because hey, if a girl has a bunch of red flags, that's not going to be good for you in the long term and even in the short term. So let's identify some of the biggest red flags so that way you can spot them and avoid girls who have them in the future. Let's get into it. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the saying, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. I know in my life, I've seen that to be true. Many of my students' life, the same thing. When you're hanging out with people all the time, it's hard not to sort of, sync up with their different habits, their different viewpoints, and their different values. So if your girl is hanging out with people that you don't like and that you don't match up with, chances are there's something off there. Every girl might have that one friend that she can't really stand, but I'm talking more about like her overall friend group. If you don't vibe with the overall group, then it might not work out. For example, if you're super growth-minded and her friends are super stagnant, her friends are super bad with money, maybe they're not into fitness, all this different type of stuff, sure, she might have her good habits and values now, but her friends' values might seep into her belief system. Or that could also be a sign that your girl is just putting on a show for you in the moment, and she's eventually going to slip back into, more of her friends-oriented habits later on in the relationship. So keep an eye on who she's hanging out with. The second red flag is they are mean to service people. If you see your girl being mean to the cashier or even really mean to the server at a restaurant and just like dropping some snide comments, then that's not a good sign. Think about it. Do you really want to date someone who's going to embarrass you every single time you go to a restaurant or every single time you have to interact with any type of service person? No, right? Because that's going to reflect on you. And if you even extrapolate that for the long term, you don't want a woman like that who's to be raising your kids and different things like that. And if you even extrapolate that for the super long term, you don't want someone like that to be raising your kids. If she can't be genuinely kind to service people, there's a problem there, and you might want to get out now. Red flag number 3, they show signs of dishonesty. Trust is one of the biggest key parts of any relationship. If you don't have that trust, it's just not going to work long term. It's constantly going to be wondering, is this girl even telling me the truth? Is she cheating on me? Is she loyal? You're never going to fully be 100% sure. So yeah, if they give you a sign to show that they might be dishonest, like I don't know, maybe sharing a friend's secret, like right after they met you, or just doing something shady in general and making you think that you can't trust them. If you do this, you definitely want to take it as a red flag and maybe consider not hanging out with this person anymore. Like I said, trust issues are a huge burden on any relationship. So if you already have them right at the beginning, it's not a good sign. Red flag number 4, they are overly infatuated with themselves. Now listen, it's important to be growth-minded and try to improve yourself as much as possible. But we've all met those girls who might have a couple thousand followers on Instagram or more. They're always trying to take selfies, always trying to, just talk about their following, trying to take pictures all the time. Now a little bit of that is okay, but a lot of girls go overboard. If they spend way too much time on social media and they're always, worried about their clout and looking cool versus, paying you more attention, that's a huge red flag. By the way, quick tip and a sign that a girl is a little bit cuckoo is if she is dropping the same selfie over and over again on Instagram. Y'all know what I'm talking about here. Like when a girl has like 20 of the same picture where she's just like, it's like, girl, like nothing has changed since since yesterday when you took that same exact photo. What are you doing here? The answer, she looking for validation. Number 5, she isn't dependable. If a girl flakes on a date with you more than once in the first couple weeks, that's a huge sign that they're not dependable. If you can't rely on your girl to show up for a date with you, what else can you not rely on her for? It's gonna really screw up the relationship. Again, it comes down to that question of trust. You need to trust that she's gonna be there for you when you need her and not come up with some BS excuse about, oh yeah, like my grandma's sick or like this or like that. If she's not dependable, bro, it's a huge red flag. And don't just look at her dependability with you. Like look at it with other areas of her life too. Like does she show up to work on time? Does she go out, drinking late on like a Monday night when she knows she has to be up at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday? Pay attention to all these things because even if she's not being flaky with you yet, that could come down the road and these other habits will show you a little bit of a glimpse into what that could look like. Red flag number 6, they have no long-lasting friendships or relationships. If you're hanging out with a girl and you realize that all of her friendships have been made over the last few months and all of the other ones she's had have faded away, or her longest relationship is like a few weeks and she says, oh yeah, all the guys I've dated have been crazy and toxic, there's probably something she's doing, some toxic type of thing, and she might be roping you into her toxic downward spiral. And trust me, you don't want any part of that. And that's another sort of side thing onto this red flag point is also if she talks badly about her exes, then again, she's that common denominator. It was probably something that she was doing. Even if your relationships end badly, you should never talk badly about your exes. Dating red flag number 7, and this is a huge one, they don't have the same value system. Maybe you like to work out 4 times a week and they haven't been to the gym in years. Maybe you like to eat healthy and they eat donuts every night. Maybe you've got a growth mindset and they're just more stagnant and don't really care about improving themselves or fulfilling their potential. Whatever the case, if they have a fundamentally different value system than you, especially on those important key values that you hold the most dear, then it's probably not gonna work out in the long term. Those key values of like personal growth, fitness, honesty, integrity, all these types of things are really key. And if they don't share those same types of things, yeah, it's not gonna work out. So yeah, bro, you really need to keep all of these red flags in mind whenever you're considering dating a girl. Run her through the gambit. Does she have any of these? If she doesn't, great. If she does, which ones are they, and are they worth overlooking to pursue a relationship? Again, you wanna make sure you're being intentional about the women that you date rather than just going with the flow and lucking into it. Yeah, I hope these red flags help you to get into better relationships in the future. Now, bro, if you want to check out more videos from T. Shanley, you can check this out over here. And if you want to check out more of T. Shanley's products, you can check this out over here. I use their products every single day. Their skincare system is amazing. So definitely click over there and check that out. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.